Good morning and welcome to Newsfirst Prime Time Sunrise.
Hello there, very good morning and welcome to Newsfirst Prime Time Sunrise with me, Shane Silva. As always, let's start off with a look at your headlines. Close to 30 statements obtained with regard to the abduction of 2 police officers in Kurunegala and the murder of one of them. Views expressed by the Frontline Socialist Party with regard to strike actions. Ukraine will proceed with its military operation, says a statement from a senior Ukrainian official. Today is day 4 of the World Conference on Youth, which is being hosted by Sri Lanka. Several programs are set in place which are to be held at the BMICH in Colombo. President of the National Youth Services Council, Attorney at Law Lalit Pruime Pereira, said that the main plenary session will commence at 9 today.
A special plenary session of the Second Parliament of Sri Lanka Youth was held yesterday in line with the World Conference on Youth. This session was held at the main hall of the BMICH. The session was held under the patronage of Ravi Karkara, who is an international advisor of the United Nations Children and Youth Affairs. Around 400 members of the Youth Parliament took part at the sessions and a large crowd were present to observe its proceedings. Ravi Karkara addressed the session. A group including the ministers and the media spokesperson for the World Youth Conference, Lalit Pruime Pereira, were also present.
Minister of Wildlife Conservation Vijit Vijay Munisoisa visited the elephant calf that was being held in a house in Gannorua last night. The elephant calf had been transported to the house in Gannorua after information had come to light that the animal had been originally at the veterinarian faculty of the University of Peradeniya. An individual had come forward and presented papers when Wildlife Conservation Department officers had visited the house in Gannorua. Our reporter stated that Minister Vijay Muni had subsequently arrived at around 10:30 last night to see the elephant calf. Religious observances were carried out yesterday as well at the Yatihalagala Vihara in conjunction with the Sirasa Vesak zone. Yesterday's religious observances were held under the auspices of Group Director of the Capital Maharaja Organization Limited, S.C. Veerasekara. As mentioned in this morning's headlines, the police state that statements from close to 30 people have been obtained with regard to the abduction of 2 police officers and the murder of one of them. We now have online police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana in this regard. Good morning, SSP Rohana.
Good morning.
SSP Rohana, from whom have statements been obtained so far?
Yes.
Yes. From whom have the statements been obtained so far?
Yeah, actually the police officers, and in addition to that, the witnesses who are in the scene and the vicinity of the scene. In addition to that, we have collected some evidence from the persons who were moving there at the time of the incident. Then 30 statements have been recorded in this connection already. But in addition to that, we are ascertaining the scientific evidence, especially some data and other scientific evidence in this connection.
Now, SSP Rohani mentioned that you are examining some scientific evidence that has been presented, but what is the status of the investigation into the matter?
Yes, actually, we believe that we will be able to reveal the suspects very soon because by ascertaining scientific evidence and apart from that personal evidence, now we are in the process of concluding investigation.
SSP Rohana, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Addressing a press briefing yesterday, the Frontline Socialist Party expressed the following views with regard to the recent strikes that were launched by family health service workers and university students of over the allied health sciences degree.
What did the trade unions do? They instigated the under pressure family health services workers against the under pressure nurses. What they did at the end of the day was inconvenience the patients. They reduced the level of trust placed in the health sector. These were false battles. These were battles with ulterior motives. Instead of looking at the battles of individual groups, they should look at all struggles as a whole. Therefore, we think that the student struggle is important. They have already spent 150 days in this struggle, that is close to half a year. These are students who have come to follow a 4-year course of study, that is 1/8 of their course period that they have spent seated in the pouring rain.
Leader of the Janaseta Peramuna, Venerable Vataramulle Sila Ratanathera, expressed the following views at a media briefing convened yesterday. There is not a single minister in parliament in this country who can provide answers when an act is brought forward in the chamber. Sometimes seats are empty. And why? They are busy with their own agendas. People in the country are left helpless. Well, there you go. That's a look at Newsfirst Primetime Sunrise.
www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.